During his presidential campaign, Donald Trump said the worst of America's problems is illegal immigration.
We're going to have the largest deportation in history. I'm not proud to say that either, but it's a tough thing to do.
Since winning the election, Trump has shared a social media post saying he would declare a national emergency and deploy U.S. troops to help with those deportations. How the U.S. military might be used to carry out this promise of mass deportations is unclear, says New York University law professor Joseph Nunn.
It really depends on what exactly the president is contemplating in terms of how he wants to use the military, whether he wants the military directly participating in law enforcement or providing more indirect support to a federal deportation operation.
Incoming border czar Tom Homan is planning a more aggressive approach, emphasizing deportation operations and increased military involvement.
We have massive deportation operation, and we're going to try to find over 300,000 children that were released by this administration.
Homan cites a Homeland Security report showing over 32,000 unaccompanied minors missed court dates, while more than 290,000 received no notice. Immigration experts argue this does not necessarily mean that they're missing. Some may still be at their listed addresses.
Mass deportation is not the only option. Congress could instead create a new path to permanent legal status, allowing many people already living here to file an application, go through a background check, pay a fee, and get their papers in order.
The Senate Judiciary Committee this week discussed the challenges of mass deportations, with Democrats saying it could hurt the economy.
The fact is, there are millions of undocumented immigrants living in the United States today who are working in industries critical to our entire economy.
And Republicans emphasizing rule of law.
We will follow through on the orders of removal by immigration courts. And again, we will not accept lawlessness and criminality in the United States as the new normal.
Federal laws limit military involvement in civilian law enforcement without congressional approval. But non-emergency powers would allow the president to deploy troops to provide logistical support. Some experts say soldiers lack training for immigration enforcement.
Every service member who gets pulled into a domestic mass deportation operation is a service member who isn't doing their normal job and isn't fulfilling their ordinary national security role.
The state of Texas is offering the incoming Trump administration more than 550 hectares to build a processing and detention facility for what the state's land commissioner says will be, quote, the largest deportation of violent criminals in our nation's history. Aline Barros, VOA News, Washington.